this is the last session. I'm kind of forgetful that I still need to record this. All right, so Claudia, welcome. And today we're going to be working on closed activities. Okay, open closed activities to be exact. And what exactly is tested? Modal verbs and auxiliaries. In the following slides, we're going to see examples of each one of these, okay?
Okay.
You already know about them, so I'm not going to give you a very detailed explanation about them, but I'm just going to give you like a refresher what each of these is, okay? So modal verbs and auxiliaries, quantifiers, articles and determiners, prepositions, linking words and conjunctions, and relative pronouns. Okay?
Okay, teacher. Yes.
Can you read the general advice, please?
The general advice. Read through the whole test as it may have an effect on the answer. Make sure that any verb you write in a gap agrees with its subject. Take a guess if necessary. Take a guess if necessary. You will not lose marks. Read through the test again.
Okay, good. Any questions about the general advice?
No, teacher.
Do you understand what verb agrees with subject means?
Yes, I do.
Can you give me an example?
An example.
Yeah.
Agrees with it. About the second one, make sure that any verb you write in a gap agree with its subject.
Exactly. Yes, that one.
Yes, it's well. Yeah, I need to. Well, I need to put the correct verb. For example, it depends on the context of the sentence. And also the correct form of the verb, according to the time, to the tense of the verb. It can be so. For example,
Okay.
if I say I live in New York. I live in New York, or I have been living in New York. I need to, for example, if the blank is in living, I need to put the correct verb with ing, for example.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Also, it can be just one letter, like adding the s if it's the third person
Okay.
singular.
Yes.
Okay. It's
Yes.
not only
Adding
past
yes.
simple, present continuous, present perfect, but also something as small as the s in the third person singular. Okay. Let's continue. We're going to see examples of what is tested, and then we're going to do some practice exercises. Okay, so the first topic is modal verbs and auxiliaries of what is tested. So here we have modal verbs and auxiliaries. Make this a little less wide. Okay, so modal verbs and auxiliaries. Can you read the information in the chart?
Model verb. The definition of the.
Yeah. First, read modal verbs and then auxiliaries.
Okay, wait a moment. Is that there is a dog? Okay, here is my neighbor's. My neighbor's dog is always barking.
Yeah.
Okay, modal verbs are auxiliary verbs that express modality. Um, Modal verbs indicate a possibility, probability, ability, permission, obligation, necessity, and etc. Modal verbs are not subject to inflection. Modal verbs in English include can, could, may, might, must, ought to, shall, should, will, and would. Good. Auxiliary verbs are verbs that help the main verb to express tense, voice, and other grammatical aspects. Auxiliary verbs indicate tense, mood, grammatical aspect, etc. of the main verb. Auxiliary verbs are subject to inflections. Auxiliary verbs in English include be, to, and I have, and have.
Okay. Questions?
No, teacher, it's okay.
Okay, so that was the first item that is tested. Sorry. I meant to go back to the second slide. Um, so the next topic is quantifiers, articles, and determiners. All right, here we have examples of determiners. Can you read the information on the slide?
Okay, teacher. Determiners are used in front of nouns to indicate whether you are referring to something specific or something of a particular type.
Okay, so
For example, in
here we have the different types of determiners:
yes,
possessives, ordinals, quantifiers, articles, predeterminers, distributives, and numerals.
okay, teacher.
Okay. Questions?
I have a. It's not a question. It's about the pronunciation of predeterminers. How can I pronounce that?
It's just like the word determiners, but with predeterminers before it.
Predeterminers. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Predeterminers.
Okay. And the next
Okay.
skill that is tested is prepositions. Okay. Here we have all the different types of, no, not all of the prepositions, because remember there are many, many, many prepositions. But normally, it's not only prepositions that are tested, but it's also like how prepositions are combined with verbs. Okay, so keep in mind
Okay.
uh, that when you use certain verbs, you're going to use to. When you use other verbs, for example, admire, you're never going to say admire to. As you know, admire a person or
For
admire for. You can sometimes you can also omit the preposition. For example, I admire my mother. Okay.
okay.
Other verbs, examples: abstain from, agree on, agree about, argue about, and acquaint with. Okay. This is not an exhaustive list. There are many, many more. Okay, I'm just
Teacher, I have a question. What is the meaning of the word acquaint?
acquaint
What is the
comes from the. It's similar to the word
acquaint?
acquaintance, which is like not a friend, but somebody you know. An acquaintance is a person you know, and to acquaint with is to start like getting to know a person.
Okay.
Like to hang out, but you're not really friends. You're just starting to acquaint with somebody.
Okay.
All right. So what is tested exactly in the closed activity is, for example, you have a sentence. Uh, for example, I don't care blank uh, hobbies, for example. So from since it's a open close there are multiple choice close activities and open close activities. In the multiple choice, you'll have to, for, from, on, and about, and you have to select for,
Okay.
right? Because it would be the correct answer. But in an open close activity, you're just going to have the blank, and you have to know that in that space or in that gap, you have to fill in for. Okay? Or dream about. Last night I
Okay.
dreamt blank the ocean. Last night I dreamt blank the ocean, so you have to fill in the blank with about. Okay.
Okay.
The next topic
But
is linking.
when we say, for example, dream of you, for example.
Yeah, it depends on the context. It depends on the word that comes
Okay.
next. Yes, normally you dream of a person, but you dream about another thing.
Okay.
Okay, the next topic is linking words and conjunctions. So here we have some examples of linking words in English. Emphasis,
Linking words in order. Okay. Emphasis.
addition,
Addition, contrast, and
contrast,
order.
and order.
Contrast and order. Okay.
Okay, so for example, if you have a blank at the beginning of a paragraph, it's not going to be like last but not least, or just last or lastly. It's going to be first or firstly.
Yes.
Okay. If there is a contrast between the previous sentence and the sentence with the gap, and you're going to use a contrast word. Okay, etc., etc. Okay, if the sentence that has the gap is presenting more information, you can use one of these. But remember, keep in mind
Yes.
that in open gap activities, it's always going to ask you to write one word or use one word to fill in the gap. It's never going to be something long like as well as that, or last but not least. It's never going to be something long. It's always going to be like fill in the gap with one word.
Okay.
Okay, let's continue with the next slide. The next topic that is evaluated is relative pronouns. And here we have some examples of relative pronouns. The most common relative pronouns are who, that, and which, but there are many more. What is normally taught at English institutes in intermediate levels, or maybe basic levels or intermediate levels, is who, that, or which. But we also have whom, whose, where, when, why, what, etc., and also zero relative pronoun. Okay. Questions?
No, teacher is okay.
Okay, so yes, this is basically how, oh, I'm sorry, what is evaluated. This is what is evaluated in closed activities. Remember, there are multiple choice closed activities and open closed activities. And open closed activities are just a little more difficult because you don't have the options to choose from. Okay, they are completely dependent on whether you know it or not. You can't guess. I mean, you can guess, but it's more difficult to guess. Okay,
Yeah.
so here we have an example of an open close activity. Can you read the instructions?
Okay. For questions 1-8, read the text below and think of the word which this each gap. Use only the use only one word. Use only one word in each gap.
Okay, this is yeah exactly what I told you earlier. Don't use a long linking word like without a doubt or apart from this or in addition to this. No, it's gonna ask you just one word. So it's not gonna be in addition or in addition to this. It'll probably be like furthermore or additionally. Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's do the activity. We're going to do three open close activities, and we'll do the first one together. Okay,
Okay.
but and then I'll let you do the other ones on your own. I'll give you 8 minutes to do them. Um, so go ahead and read, read out loud. Let's do it together. Number one.
Number one. Uh, Before Gutenberg, 13 is that I'm reading on my phone. It's because I don't know what happened with my Skype in the computer. Okay, before Gutenberg, 1384, 1468. All books have to be copied by hand. The so-called manuscripts of medieval times were laboriously handwritten, usually by monks in the both years.
Yes, devoted ears. So what is the answer?
Devoted years. I think it's in.
No, it's not in.
It's about wait by monk. Okay, it's not the answer. It's monk. Usually, I don't know what is the answer, teacher. Can you help me, please?
It's a relative pronoun.
Oh, it's a relative. There.
That is not a relative pronoun. There is a possessive.
Oh, yes. Yes, by monk. Yeah.
You want me to show you the list of relative pronouns?
Well, I got it here. Okay, let me check. Yes, yes. It is that.
Okay, it can be that. What is another possibility?
Which
No, not which. Because which is for
for
things
it's
and
for
monks are
people
people.
who
Who?
yes
Who devoted years or
the book
that
yes
devoted years. Okay?
okay teacher
Okay.
for the
So
book
let's do numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Um, like if we were presenting the test, I'm going to give you 8 minutes to do the rest of them.
okay
And after 8 minutes, I'll check up on you. We'll check the answers, okay?
okay teacher let me write them
Yes. You can write them in the chat too. Okay, so 8 minutes starting now.
Teacher, I can see the presentation. I can see
Can see it. All right. Give me a
the
second because there were supposed to. Give me a second. Gosh, J85. Just a second. I'm trying to fix it. Okay, time. Can you see my screen now? Can you see it now? Hello? 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 Claudia? Yeah, I can't hear you.
okay, teacher. I can see the screen.
Okay.
I can see
Did you
the
finish?
presentation.
Did you finish?
I only needed the number 8.
Okay,
Or-
go ahead and
Yes,
finish. I'll give you another minute.
but I don't have the test because
You
I
can't
don't
see
see
my
the
screen?
screen. No, teacher. I don't see your screen.
Okay, that's what I was asking. Let's try it again. Can you see it now?
Not.
Don't say not.
I
Just say
can.
no. No.
And
Okay.
no, yes, no.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and finish.
No. I don't see anything.
But you did a minute ago.
No, teacher. I think, 5 minutes that I don't see the screen. It's totally black.
Okay, let's just
Now I
check the
see your
answers.
face.
Let's
Okay,
just
let's check the answer
let's
together.
check the answers of what we have so far. Okay. I'm sharing again. Can you see it now?
No. If you want, you can send me the test. But it's not possible. To send me and a screenshot in my chat because I don't see the screen. You can send the test. Yes, you can send the test in the chat because I don't see the screen.
There you go. Do you see the activity now?
Yes, now yes. Okay.
On my screen or in the chat?
In the chat, teacher, in the chat.
Okay. Okay, so let's check the answers. Number 2. What do you have for number 2?
2. TO.
CO is correct. Number 3.
Number 3 is 4.
Number 3 is 4. Good. Number 4.
Number 4 is also.
For what? 4 is what?
Also.
No, it's not also.
Not also. But letters
It
look.
could be also, but the way that the sentence flows and the fact that there are two clauses does not necessarily reflect also. The ideas presented do not reflect also.
But is this a linking word?
Yes, it is.
It can be also. Okay, so then is what letter? Block. But it's not contrast.
No, it's not a contrast. No, it's not a contrast.
It could be additional. Additional.
Additionally,
Yes. No.
no, it's not additionally.
Okay, I don't know what is the correct word, teacher.
The correct answer there are three options you could use. You could use because, as,
Okay,
or since.
because. But letter blocks because he was, but after a point because.
There is what? Yeah, because is a linking word, and linking words you can change the order of sentences. The only difference is that you need to add the comma after trade.
Okay.
Yeah, so it says because he was a goldsmith, blank trade, he knew how to mold metal into whatever shape was needed. So you also is not correct because he knew how to mold metal into whatever shape was needed. That part or that clause does not combine well with also. It's like
Okay.
you're giving an explanation as to why he knew how to mold metal. For example, you can invert the sentence and say, he knew how to mold metal into whatever shape was needed because he was a goldsmith. You understand? Because he was a goldsmith. But if you change the order, if you flip it around or invert
Mhm.
the clauses, the only difference is that you need to add a comma, the comma that you see after trade.
Okay.
Okay, so number five, what is number five?
It's two.
No, it's not two.
It's not two.
No,
Oh my
because
God.
it's not a verb. It is a
It's
verb,
not a verb.
but in this case, it's not a verb. He's trying to explain like his profession.
For trade. For trade.
It's not portrayed.
Not for trade. Oh my God. Um, well, is
It is a preposition, so you're right. You're on the right course. It is a preposition.
okay. So then is on.
No, it's not on.
So teacher, help me please.
It's by trade.
By trade. Okay. It's number
So the
7.
sentence would read, because he
By
was a
trade. Yes.
goldsmith by trade,
By
he,
trade. Yes.
he knew how to mold metal into whatever shape was needed. Okay, number six.
Who?
No, it's not who.
Okay. Well, I was wrong.
Any
He
other
might
ideas?
No, it's not who. I was wrong. It's the number 6.
Yeah, number six. Because who, right
That's
there in
good.
that part of the sentence, they're talking about a thing. They're talking about letters, about the tiny blocks.
Kind of is that.
No, it's not that either.
Mm. It's not a.
It's not a relative pronoun, no.
It's not a relative pronoun. Okay. Like
It's like saying,
them. It's
no,
them.
no, it's not them. It's like
Oh,
saying cada uno con una letra.
each.
Each is correct, each with a
Mm.
letter raised on it, which could be lined up and clamped into position. Okay,
Okay.
number seven.
Um, I didn't have the number 7. Gothenburg.
Do you want to try to do complete it, or do you want me to tell you the answer?
The answer. To make the
Had to,
letters.
had to. Gutenberg had
Hard
to,
to.
had to. It's an
What is
obligation.
the?
What is the what?
Okay. What is the word? Is
What is the word? Had.
I don't know what is the word, teacher.
Well, for number seven, I just told you. Had.
Okay.
Had.
It's a
H
verb.
A D.
It's a verb.
This one is a
It's a
verb,
verb.
yes. Yes, because Gutenberg
Okay.
is the
It's an
subject.
auxiliary.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's the
Okay, so
auxiliary. Yes.
it's auxiliary. Okay,
And
okay,
in this case, you need to make it, or you need to put it in the past tense
okay. Very good.
with the verb
And the
have
last one is
letters.
to find the money to do.
No, no, it's not to find.
It's not to find.
The the word that goes in the gap does not connect with find, it connects with above.
Um,
Above on are they don't go together. Above on it doesn't sound right.
oh my God, I think I'm not concentrated today. And about for fine. No,
No.
oh my God.
How do you say sobre todo?
Or above all.
Above all. There you go. That is the correct answer. All. Find the
Okay,
money to do all this while not working as a goldsmith.
okay.
Okay, let's go to the next open close activity. Um,
I am not seeing, I'm not watching your screen, your presentation. But you can send me in the chat
mhm.
because I know the time will be over soon.
There you go. I just sent it. Waiting for it to load. You should have it by now, right?
Okay.
Have it?
I got it in the chat.
Okay. So I was born in one of the most interesting cities in Malaysia. It has a rich, colorful history, and many parts of the city have hardly changed at
At
blank
all.
at all during the last 5 centuries. However, nowadays it is
It is. No.
no longer, yes, that is
Yes.
correct, NO. It is no longer the trade center that it once.
It is a modal verb auxiliary.
Yeah, not a modal, an auxiliary.
An auxiliary, yes. Hat.
No,
That is one. Is.
close, but no.
Okay.
But you're close.
Was.
Was,
Mm-hmm.
that it once was.
Okay.
It is difficult to imagine that at one time its harbor
After.
After? No, after
No.
no.
No. Okay. I don't know what is okay. Over. It's a week.
Think about it for a minute. It's similar to a question we had in the last one. Had to be visited,
Okay. Had to be visited.
and by over 2,000 ships a week, and that the
Number.
huge warehouses along the quayside would have
Wait. And the huge warehouse on the white side will have been.
been good, would have been full of spices and silks, jewels and tea.
Teacher, can you tell me please the question number the answer at all? Like it is no longer trade was necessary. Have been okay. Number 18.
Yeah, we're doing number 18.
Okay, the numbers and there is small.
The oats,
The city center is small, which which one?
which what? What, I'm sorry?
One. No.
No, was no.
Is.
No, no,
It's not that. It's not that. But it's not that auxiliary or modal verb.
no. Es like saying el centro de la vieja ciudad era pequeña, lo cual lo hace fácil de explorar.
That's it.
No, makes.
Makes. But we can also use some verbs.
No, just makes. What do you mean some verb? Yeah, yeah. That's why I showed you the example of the verb. Remember, I told you that be careful with the verb and the tense, that they have to
Oh
match and
yes.
agree.
Oh, okay. I thought that only we can use modal and auxiliary. Okay. By foot.
No, on foot,
On foot. On foot. Yes. On foot.
on foot. Let's do this last one, and I have to start my 8 o'clock session. They're already writing me, but let's do this last one. A river
Okay.
neatly divides the town
By only.
by
Yes.
no, by no, by no, or buy
Uh,
no, no by.
a river neatly divides the town. Is.
No, it's not is. A river neatly divides the town. Not only physically, but in spirit too.
Okay, okay. On one side, you find many grand houses, but on crossing the river, you find yourself in a Chinatown. Where you really had has step back into the past.
I would say take a step, because take a step is like tomar un paso.
Okay,
Take a step back into the past.
this is going fun to wander the colorful mountain back the stream as long
As well,
as well,
as well
as well as
having
having shopped. Okay, some clothes and shoes. Some of these streets are also famous in high quality antiques.
for famous
For
for high quality antiques.
antiques.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, most of the bargains disappeared many years ago. However, if you look around carefully, it's
very good. That is correct.
oh, at least one.
It's all right, Claudia. I understand these types of activities are difficult.
Okay, teacher. Okay, teacher. Do you have another class, another session at 8?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
So,
okay.
thank
So
you for your
you can,
participation.
if you
Sorry?
have another test, you can send me the screenshot and I'll do it later. We will practice by myself.
Okay. Okay, I'll send it to you right now.
Okay, teacher. Thank you so much.
All right. Have a great day. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye bye.